What's up, friends? How's it going? Sam Hudson here with you. Boy, this is a really fun one. I saw Mortal Kombat 2 last night, a week and a half early.
It's showtime.
Mortal Kombat 2. Get tickets now. Damn.
Mortal Kombat 2, the next movie from Warner Brothers. Screen Off Script sent me down to an advanced screening down in Montreal last night, and boy, do I have a lot of thoughts and feelings.
Get over here.
Obviously, the movie comes out May 8th, so I'm not going to spoil anything story-wise. A little bit of my history with this franchise. If you're looking for someone to kind of objectively go in and talk about Mortal Kombat, this is not the spot to do it. I have been a fan of Mortal Kombat for literally my entire life. The first video game I ever remember playing is Super Mario World with my brother. The second video game I ever remember playing is Mortal Kombat. My brother and I have been fans of Mortal Kombat for, like I said, my entire life. Our mom didn't like us playing that game, so in turn it kind of became the cool game. When Mortal Kombat Armageddon came out, I took my bike halfway across town and I bought the game, and unfortunately I lied to my parents. Don't do that often. Sorry, Mom and Dad, love you. I did lie to my parents. I got grounded for buying Mortal Kombat. It's been a whole thing throughout the family. I have all the games. I have all the movies on Blu-ray. I absolutely adore this franchise when it comes to cosplaying, playing the games, watching the movies. Mortal Kombat is
Mortal Kombat!
Now a little bit of history with this movie franchise. There was the 90s movies. A lot of people hate them. Some people love them. I don't know who. But in 2021, there was a movie that was coming out called Mortal Kombat. It was kind of one of the first COVID hits, actually, where there was no theater release. It was a home release. It was a whole ordeal. That movie was fun. It wasn't the home run that I think they wanted Mortal Kombat fans to feel about this movie. There was a lot of potential. Most of the castings were great in that film. But everyone's issue was, one, of course, the Mortal Kombat tournament does not take place, and two, the legacy of the character that is Cole Young. I'll start off by saying I absolutely love Louis Tan. He's a great actor. He's a great martial artist. I wish they had something else for him to do in that movie, because with Mortal Kombat, there's such a plethora of different characters that making a new character who can't even win an MMA fight but then somehow defeats the champion of Mortal Kombat in his first ever fight, I don't understand that, and I don't think I ever will. They listened to those criticisms this time around. The movie literally starts with the Mortal Kombat tournament right out of the gate. So if you're worried about that, please do not be worried. Mortal Kombat happens, and it happens a lot in this movie. Cole Young is still in this movie, but he is not the feature that he was in the first. Like I said, I'm not going to get into spoilers with this movie, as this movie technically isn't even out yet. But the movie really does a great job of making it feel like a Mortal Kombat tournament. They cut a couple corners when it comes to the lore, but you kind of need to do that with a movie when you only have a couple of hours, whereas the video games have had multiple games which you can play as long as you want across decades and decades. So I understand why they needed to whittle away some of the extra stuff from the games, but the fights are solid. Honestly, the choreography is great. The characters all use their powers, not arcana, and they're all justified to their characters, and it's a part of their character, it's a part of their fights. And you can feel the stakes right away. Shao Kahn is ready to invade Earthrealm, and he needs to win a 10th straight Mortal Kombat to do that. So, of course, Earthrealm's champions need to step up to the plate. And then what happens? But a lot of Mortal Kombat. Personal highlight for me is Max Huang as Kung Lao from the first movie and the second movie. The way he physically looks, the way he embodies the character of Kung Lao, it feels just like the video game. And honestly, he's been my favorite part through 2 movies. So my personal favorite Mortal Kombat character is Scorpion. I will say he was my favorite character before he was cool. I'm going to die on that hill. And Sonata as Scorpion, again, is wonderful. Is it necessarily the character from the games? No. He's an older Scorpion. He's a more angry Scorpion, but he's there for one purpose and one purpose only. They do make some changes to the character of Scorpion, because across 2 movies, Scorpion is not involved with the Mortal Kombat tournament, but the story still works without the tournament being directly involved. Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. A lot of people were talking about this. A lot of people were excited that Carl Urban was going to be Johnny Cage. A lot of people were skeptical because he's, a bit older, and Johnny Cage is supposed to be this young fighter. I will say, stick with it. The story makes it make sense, and Carl Urban, arguably the best part of this movie. Johnny Cage was sorely missed from the 2021 film, and him being here adds an element that elevates it as a whole across the way. And of course, the biggest one of all.
I am Johnny Cage.
Joe Taslim is wonderful again as Bihan. Obviously, if you saw the first movie, Sub-Zero was fatalitied. So things are a little bit different around. If you're a fan of the franchise, you'll know where that's going. If you're not, Bihan is back, and that's not a spoiler, it's in the trailer. The movie itself, I had a great time with. Again, I love this franchise, so I can't be too hard on it along the way. The acting was fun. The fight choreography was great. I was invested in all the fights, and I felt the stakes the entire time. The theater I was in was also a great time, too. Again, we were all seeing the movie a week and a half early, so I think we were all really hopped up on excitement. There was costumes. They even did a trivia contest, and some nerd won, like, action figures.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
And it was just a really good atmosphere overall. People were cheering, people were clapping, people were yelling Mortal Kombat at the top of their lungs. If you're a fan of Mortal Kombat, you're going to have a fun time in this movie. Dare I say you'll have a great time in this movie. In the 90s, the first 90s movie, I would say, is loved by most Mortal Kombat fans because it's mostly faithful to the story. Annihilation, we don't talk about Annihilation. And if you want some nitpicks from the live-action movies, again, this is a nitpick. This is not a crazy criticism. I'm not saying this movie's bad. I don't understand what this franchise's aversion to following the stories from the games are. It's not terrible, it's not a drastic change, but they keep making changes that kind of are different from the games and what the story has been the entire time. I understand they might be trying something new, which I can understand, but what I've learned from nerds most of the time when it comes to these movies, if you know any of them, they like things to be accurate to the lore, and I'm one of them. And yeah, sometimes there's changes that, again, they're not bad. They're truly not bad. It's just like, oh, this is what we're doing here? Okay, that's great. That being said, however, yes, they do make some changes, but I am very excited to where those changes could go. Huge, huge thank you to Screen Off Script and Warner Brothers Canada. This was an absolutely amazing experience. I had the time of my life. The screening was wonderful across the way. They had swag bags from Warner Brothers themselves. They had costumes, prizes. It was just an absolute electric atmosphere. And it was at the Forum in Montreal, which I'm a hockey fan. I'm not a Montreal Canadiens fan, I'll tell you that. Sorry if anyone's from Montreal. But it was really cool being in the Forum and knowing about the history and everything that happened there. They had photo ops and backdrops, and the Mortal Kombat nerd in me was having a crazy time the entire time. So truly, thank you Screen Off Script, thank you Warner Brothers Canada, thank you Mortal Kombat. Too long, didn't read. The movie is a great time. If you like Mortal Kombat, you're going to love this movie. If you're not a fan of Mortal Kombat, you'll probably have a great time. And you need to go and see Mortal Kombat coming out May 8th, thanks to Warner Brothers. Once again, thank you Screen Off Script, thank you Warner Brothers. Can't wait to see this movie again when it comes out on May 8th with all my friends. And who knows, down the line, Mortal Kombat 3.
Mortal Kombat 2, rated R. Get tickets now. Experience it in IMAX. Only theaters May 8th.